my friends, it's Coach Rod here coming to you with a brand new video. But before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video so this video gets some traction and many eyeballs get to see it. Because today we're going to be talking about the low self-worth and low self-esteem of a lot of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. And this is a very, very important subject because so many ex-witnesses struggle with this. They struggle with a lack of self-worth because they've got a bad story about themselves, basically. So let's talk about why this is such an issue. Well, number one, most ex-witnesses have no sense of self because everything about you was caught up in the religion. Most people never got to see who they really are, what makes them unique, what makes them special. And when you take that religion away, there's a giant void in most people. And they feel no sense of self. Simply, they're lost without the religion. So they don't feel good. So when you don't feel good, most times what we do is we look for outside validation. If we don't know who we are, then we're going to look for outside validation because that's what we had as witnesses. We had validation from the people outside, from the elders of the congregation. They judged us based on how we participated in their activities, what status we had as males, if you're pioneering as a female, or whatever we were doing to support the organization. Our self-worth, our value was based on that. And now that that's not there, many of us struggle and we start looking for outside validation. And a lot of times we look for it in a way that's not serving us, or we look for it in a way that we might not be ready for yet. Some, if we're young, we go out there and party and have a good time, and sometimes it's self-destructive behavior, or we're trying to numb the pain, and we're doing things that don't serve us in the long run. For others, it's just jumping into relationship after relationship because we need to be validated by other people. We want other people to tell us we're okay. I know when I was kind of down and out after leaving the religion, I went straight on the dating sites because I was looking for validation from women, right? A lot of us do that. But we have to find who we are. We have to find and feel good about ourselves. We have to get to know ourselves for the very first time. Sometimes we're stuck in self-judgment. And some of you got disfellowshipped and you carry that label with you. It's like a heavy weight on you. I'd like to encourage you to let that label go. It's not for you. It's for the people of that religion. And because you're not in that religion, you're not disfellowshipped. Stop using the word. Don't look at yourself that way. Don't apply it to yourself. A disfellowship person is a punished Jehovah's Witness. Somebody wanted to come back to the organization. But when you walk away, you've walked away. It doesn't matter how you leave. Leave the label behind. Don't use their labels. Don't use their words because it will keep you in self-judgment. You'll keep looking at things through the eyes of a Jehovah's Witness. You know, leaving the religion and leaving the doctrine is one thing, but leaving the way they think, losing their lenses is another thing entirely. And a lot of times we carry those lenses with us long after we leave the religion, which leaves us in a place of self-judgment. We're looking down on ourselves. We're seeing our eyes through the eyes of our parents or our siblings and our former friends who may look down on us. And we're looking down on ourselves as well. And we've got to stop that. Understand that you're expanding beyond the religion. The religion is becoming smaller and you're actually becoming bigger. Don't see it the other way around. See yourself as expanding. Your consciousness is expanding. You see things you could not see when you were in the religion. You know things you did not know while you were in a religion. So you're actually getting bigger. So don't see yourself through the eyes of judgment anymore. Another reason why sometimes we struggle with self-worth and self-esteem is because we had no real individual accomplishments when we were growing up. You know, when I was a kid, I used to see kids with trophies and medals, and I wanted one so bad. I wanted to do something special so bad, but we never had a chance to do that. So we have no individual accomplishments, and we're in the real world now. We didn't go to college. We didn't do what the other people have done. So sometimes we feel like we're behind the 8 ball. It's like the world's going 100 miles an hour and we're standing still. We don't have any individual accomplishments. Most of us don't have a college degree or anything like that, but don't let that stop you. Start now. Start doing things that are in accordance to your gifts, your talents, your desires, what you want to do. You don't need a medal. You don't need all the things that you did not get in your youth. You can start now. You can start by having an effect on other people's lives. Add value to the lives of others, and that will make you feel good. Find a place where your life benefits others. Another reason why ex-Jehovah's Witnesses struggle is because, again, you weren't seen as an individual, right? So that's why a lot of us are not in touch with our gifts and talents and what might be in us, because we were not looking at ourselves as individuals. We're just looking at ourselves as to how we fit with the group, how we fit with the organization. Some of you face a lack of self-esteem because you were different, especially artistic people. People who are artistic, they can't draw within the lines, right? They're artistic. Those kinds of people got looked down on in the organization and never really fit in because they thought differently. You might have been the weird one, the one that just saw things differently and really could not get yourself to fit in the box and always felt like an outsider. And the witnesses weren't hanging out with you, and you weren't supposed to hang out with worldly people. Who were you supposed to hang out with? And for a lot of you, that's where your esteem issues came from, by being different. There's nothing wrong with being different. So I'd like to say to you, remember, for most of you, there's nothing wrong with you. We're going to start to raise your self-esteem by understanding there's nothing wrong with you. And I encourage you to say that out loud. There's nothing wrong with me. The only thing wrong is that you're carrying a bad story about yourself. That's all. You're carrying a story that doesn't fit. And we will always create the story that we have in our head. Whatever story we have in our head, we create in real life. So we change the story, we change our reality. There's nothing wrong with any of us. We can achieve anything that matches what we allow ourselves to believe. If we can hold it in our heads, we can hold it in our hands. There's something amazing about each and every one of you. Know that. Thank you for watching this video. Again, like and subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time.